Hey guys, so someone had asked me to make a video about how to survive high school, and I agreed to that. Now you have to understand, high school for me was completely different because every possible outlet, either did not exist yet or was at its very infancy, like it had just started and it wasn't even that popular yet. You have to realize that times for me were completely different from how it is now. But I will try to give the best advice I can give. Um, so, bullying at the time for me, like I said, cyber bullying was just starting, even though it wasn't as effective as it is now. It was more direct into right in front of your face, like, here, I'm gonna tell you like it is. You like it or not, this is how I this is how it is. Rather than just hide behind the computer screen and do the same thing. Um, Pretty much the same clicks were still there, even though now it's more broad because of all, you know, the otaku and all these different, you know, what you call it, all these different things that people like. You know, it's more diverse now than what it was back then. Like, there's a long list that I couldn't even name, and even if I knew them. As far as how I survived high school, I actually had time to think about it, and quite honestly, um, because I'm the type that mainly keeps to myself, or otherwise, you know, I just hang out with some of the friends that I actually do trust. Um, but what's it called? The one person I talk to the most, other aside from my couple of my teachers, the only one real person I talked to the most throughout my entire 4 years of high school was my guidance counselor. And the greatest thing about that was that, I mean, I don't know if it still applies today, but you had the same guidance counselor for the whole 4 years of high school. That was it. Just that one counselor for the rest of your high school years until you're graduating. That's it. Um, so I mainly talked to my guidance counselor at the time. He just started out, you know, he was pretty new, but honestly, he was doing a pretty good job at it, you know. So I felt a little comfortable talking to him after a while, you know, just starting to get to know each other first, and then if I felt I could talk to him about other things I couldn't talk to about with either my friends or even my family members, I could talk to him, you know, and I could get his opinion, or he can give me advice, you know. And that was it, really. Another thing that helped me to survive high school was just to join clubs and different organizations that best fit your interests. Like, as some of you know, or may not know, I am an artist, and I've been drawing like, since I was a kid. Um, and at the time, I'm not gonna lie, actually, in high school, I was very indecisive of what I wanted to do. I was like debating between a singer and an artist, and I didn't know what else to do. And oh, when the computer graphics at the time was just starting out, I was just at its infancy as well. So, yeah, almost, like I said, almost everything was at its infancy if it didn't start, or otherwise if it didn't start yet. It just depended on everything. But I know this was pre-MySpace, pre-Twitter, pre-Facebook, pre-YouTube. Like, every possible social outlet that exists today did not exist yet. You know? So, but if it did exist, if anything, it did exist before MySpace. There were like these social sites in accordance to your race, of course. Everybody would just kind of join. I joined Mihente.com. Then there was Asian Avenue, and then Black Planet. So it really didn't matter. It was like, but that was the beginning of social media and social sites like MySpace and Facebook and Twitter and all that good jazz. That was the start of everything. Um, what else? But yeah, I just talked to my guidance counselor for pretty much my whole 4 years in high school. I came to be able to like and trust some of the other teachers as well that I had over the years. Almost the same way as I did with my guidance counselor, though not as much, because I didn't want to bombard them with something that they couldn't help me out with. But they did the same thing, like giving me advice and all that. Give me suggestions of what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Um, and what else? I think I mentioned. I'm sorry if I'm repeating some of the same things twice, but sometimes I just lose track of my mind, of my thoughts. But another way to survive high school is not to do all these typical cliques. If you have a group of friends, and you have your own thing, that's fine. But I try to avoid the cliques because I honestly did not know where I fit or belong to. I just mainly kept to myself, really, which is true. I was always just mainly by myself with my very few selected friends that I did, trust and come to like a lot. Unless if you really, really like or are fond of a person that you've known since like elementary school, do not, absolutely do not make romance like the number one priority, because you still have a whole lot of things ahead of you, and it's not worth it. It's not worth having romance be in the way of education, or otherwise distract you from it, from your primary goal. What else? And just mainly be yourself. Even if it is online nowadays, just be yourself. Don't ever change the person that you are today, because, people are going to change eventually when we get older. I know I did. But you as a person, your personality, don't ever change that, you know. Unless if there was some dramatic experience, then maybe I could understand that, but don't ever change the person that, a lot of people know you to be, have known you for. So, that's pretty much it. If you have a guidance counselor, and especially if you have them for the rest of your high school years, take advantage of talking to them, getting to know them, and having them help you with your career and your lifetime goals. Join any clubs or organizations that you are most interested in, because it will really, really help you later on. Do not make romance the number one priority, because there's a lot more number one priorities in romance that will come at a time when it's right for you. And just be yourself. That's it. That's all I can really say. It's just, if you have a guidance counselor, take advantage of that. Join any clubs or organizations that suit your best interests, and especially things that you really, really are passionate about. Do not make romance your number one priority, because it will really distract you from what you really want to do for the rest of your life. And just be yourself. Don't ever change who you are as a person. Don't ever change a part of your personality. And that's about it. So I hope I've given you the best advice as I possibly could. And that's about it. So with that said, this is the Mokuba cosplayer signing out.